Hallo, liebe Leute. Let's take a look at your activity, ein Podcast. Yeah, so our group of students is in Berlin. They're on their Klassenfahrt. Yeah, they have seen several of the sights of the city of Berlin. Yeah, and they've made a podcast. So you're listening to their podcast. Yeah, and you have two activities here to do. First activity is you have some pictures. So you're going to match the pictures to the places, and the places are right up here in the word bank. Yeah, right above the pictures. So there's your word bank. Those are the places that they've been to. As they tell you about them, you say where they went. Okay, now don't just listen to my answers and write them down. Like, actually do this yourself first. Entschuldigung. So let's look. Once you've heard them describe them, then you can probably match these up. Foto Nummer eins ist der Reichstagskuppel. Yeah, the Reichstagskuppel, that first one. Reichstag is the parliament. Yeah, Kuppel is the the English word is cupola. Yeah, it's the dome on the top of the Reichstag building. Okay, and you can very easily Google the German Parliament building, the Reichstaggebäude, and find all sorts of interesting stuff. We tour it when we go there for our gap exchange. So I've been in there many times, and this cupola, you can walk all the way to the top. It's got a spiral ramp that goes all the way to the top. So many interesting things about the Reichstagsgebäude. That thing here, this cone down the middle, is all mirrors that reflect the light down into the parliament chambers where the parliament meets. It's just a really cool building. So anyway, this first picture is a picture of the Reichstagskuppel. All right, second picture, Johnny Depp. Yeah, that's Madame Tussauds. It's a touristy place. You can go if you want. Yeah, if you've been to the Wax Museum in Gatlinburg, you know what it is. All right, Nummer drei is the Story of Berlin. Yeah, Story of Berlin is a museum right near Checkpoint Charlie. Yeah, and they have a lot of information there about the Berlin Wall, about how people tried to escape from East Berlin to West Berlin. This picture here in the front, the Trabi, if I remember correctly, Trabi is a little East German car. If I remember correctly, this has an exhibit in the back of it that shows you how they smuggled people across the Berlin Wall. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, next up, Foto Nummer 4. I know they've all gone in order, but not this time. This is the Jüdisches Museum. Okay, so Foto Nummer 4 is the Jüdisches Museum. Also, it's designed in this zigzaggy sort of shape on purpose. One of the most interesting museums I've been in, yeah. But it's all about the history of the Jewish people in Europe and in Germany and in Berlin, which of course includes lots of talking about the Holocaust. But it's quite an interesting museum to go through. You come in at this end on the street and you zigzag your way through the whole museum and come out the other end. It's quite an experience. So, Jüdisches Museum. And then Foto Nummer 5, that's the East Side Gallery. So, East Side, yeah, because it is the east side of the Berlin Wall, which would never have been painted during Cold War times. When the wall was up for real, the east side was blank white. You were not allowed anywhere near it. It was the west side of the wall that was painted and graffitied. So what they've done is they have preserved a section of the east side of the wall, and they have invited artists in. This is not graffiti. This is pieces by artists who have been invited to Berlin to paint on this giant canvas. Yeah. So not graffiti. Do not draw on it. You will be in big trouble. But it's really cool. It's about a mile long, a nice little walk through East Berlin, or along the Spree River in East Berlin. But in any case, yeah, all interesting things to see if you happen to have some time in Berlin. So, Next thing was you are supposed to look at these sentences and say when they were at each place. So you listen again, and not always, but most of the time, when we have a long listening like this, it might be very helpful to you to use the text. So the text is down here. If you want to listen and follow along with the text, yeah, that would be a great thing to do. Okay, so do that if you need to. And if I forget to give you the text and you want it, just ask me. Almost always I have the text and I try to remember to put it on your assignments. All right, so let's check answers. So, Nummer 1. Oops, wrong keyboard. Mittwoch waren einige Schüler bei Madame Tussaud, ein Museum mit vielen Stars aus Wax, ja. Nummer 2, der Reichstag war sehr interessant, besonders die riesige Kuppel aus Stahl und Glas. Riesig, huge Kuppel aus Stahl, Steel and Glass. Da waren die Schüler am Donnerstag. Okay, Nummer 3. Am Blank waren alle in der Stadt shoppen. Am Freitag waren alle in der Stadt shoppen. Okidoki. Also 4. Im Jüdischen Museum waren sie am Dienstag. Okay, Nummer 5. Am Donnerstag war am Abend im Hotel eine Disco. Donnerstag. Okay, Nummer 6. Am Montag waren alle bei Story of Berlin. Ja, ganz viele Geschichte, aber nicht langweilig. Lots of history, but not boring. It is interesting. Also, Nummer 7. Die Eastside Gallery war super interessant. Da waren die Schüler am Samstag, am Vormittag. Oh, that's behind me here. Move that up there. Am Vormittag. Okay, in the morning. So like late morning. Vormittag would be like 10 a.m. to noon-ish. Am Vormittag. Okay, also und dann Nummer 8, die Geburtstagparty von Victor war am Samstag am Abend, in the evening, yeah. Okay, das war's. If you have questions, just ask, ja. Und das war's dann. Tschüss.